Now, first off here, getting it out of the box was super.
I was just kidding.
What's up, guys? This right here is the brand new Dreame X50 Ultra. Now, man, do we have a lot of robot vacuum cleaners coming to the market. In fact, Dreame has been pushing out upgrades to their Ultra line here like clockwork. Not too long ago, it feels like I was reviewing the X30 and then the X40, and now we have the X50 Ultra. So what I want to really focus in on this video is what makes this X50 Ultra so special and why I believe it is the most advanced robot vacuum cleaner coming to the market right now in 2025. Spoiler alert, 3 of the coolest features are the ProLeap system. Yes, it can hop over obstacles better than the Yangwei U9 hypercar. The motorized LiDAR and the dual brush for no more tangled brushes. So stick around, watch this video. I'm gonna get into the fact that this thing has 20,000 pascals of suction. It has the ability to climb ledges. Yes, it has an industry first ProLeap system that I first got to see at CES in Las Vegas earlier this year, and I was very impressed at the ledges that this X50 Ultra could climb up over. It's just so cool to see it lift its front end up and go up over ledges. Very impressive. It also has a brand new brush system built into this, the HyperStream detangling duo brush that minimizes tangles because it does rotate those brushes in opposite directions and so much more. So let's jump into this. Now, first off here, getting it out of the box was super easy. I love how well Dreame packages all of their Robovac, and the Dreame X50 Ultra was no different. It's very easy to get everything set up and going. Just had to remove a few plastic pieces here, put this base ramp in front of it, and get the power cord plugged into the back of it. I also needed to get the Robovac itself unpackaged, stickers removed from various places on it, and some foam pieces also removed. So just follow the very nicely written instructions on the various stickers. If you see any water or spotting inside the Robovac base station itself, not to worry there either, because they do test these before shipping them out, and that is critical for quality control. So no issues if you do see some water in the unit itself. All right, let me give you guys a little overview of the X50 Ultra here. So right on the top, we're gonna have the water tanks. So you've got the clean water tank here, and something that's really cool inside there, that little white box, no, that's not a little mouse trap, that is actually a calcium inhibitor. So it actually prevents calcium buildup inside of your clean water tank. So your tank is going to stay fresher longer. There's nothing you got to do, nothing you got to replace. There's just little beads inside there, and that helps on calcium levels inside of your water. And then on the dirty water tank side, that's the dirty water tank. This is something you're going to want to empty out pretty regularly after you do a mopping job, because if you let the dirty water just sit in there, all the sediment settles to the bottom, and that can get a little nasty. So you don't want to do that. Now, one little trick is if you put a little bit of mouthwash inside of here, then it's not going to get as funky as fast. So that's something that's nice there. This is really well made inside of here. Really, I think Dreame did a good job with their water tanks. Something else to keep in mind is that because these do empty and fill from the top here. You've got this clearance, but you're gonna need about 24 inches of height above this. So if you're setting it under a table or something, you will need to have a little bit of space to be able to reach these in and out of the base station. And then coming down here, this is where we have the dust bins itself. And you can see that it comes pre-installed with one, and then there was an extra one inside the box as well. You're gonna need to replace that out about every 90 to 120 days, depending on how dirty your household is. And then this is the concentrated cleaning solution solution that you're going to put right inside of here. We're gonna put that cleaning solution that for me also came inside my box, but this is for concentrated cleaning solution. And then the X50 Ultra will fill that up and dilute it with water automatically. So another nice feature there that is all handled for you. And then looking around on the back side here, there is actually an on and off switch here on the back. So if you're not gonna use it for a long time, you can actually turn that off. Or if it's not coming on for some reason, just come check that switch because that might be on or off. There's a nice little handle on the back side here to make it easy to lift. And then you've got some cable management on the back side here where you can wind up any of the excess cable on the back side. Now, as for the robot cleaner itself, this is the X50 Ultra. It's got the AI action camera there on the front. It uses this for navigating, but it also uses it so you can see through the robot vacuum cleaner itself. Yeah, you can actually access the live feed of the camera right inside of that mobile app. And then this is the LiDAR unit right here on the top that pops up and down depending on the clearance that it needs. And then on the bottom here, we can see, this here is where we can see those two roller brushes. And if we pull these off here, these actually will pop out. So you can pull them out to clean them, which is nice, but these are to prevent tangling. So one rotates one way and one rotates the other way, but everything does get sucked down into this one side. And what's nice about it is that because the suction is coming from this side, there's no contact point on this side of the roller brushes. So all that debris is going to get sucked to one side and it shouldn't get tangled up on this side over here. I also like how wide this mouth is for collecting dust and debris. Now, if you're wondering where the mop pads are, they're right here. They were actually just sitting in the base station because they can come off. The base station can actually automatically remove the mop pads if you're going to send it out to do just a vacuum task, then it doesn't need the mop pads on. Or if it's cleaning the mop pads, it can take them off as well. These here are those new higher lifting wheels, and these actually extend outward, and you can see that here in the video, but these have really nice rubber grips on them. I like how rubbery these are. It gives some really good traction. And overall, there are just a ton more sensors on the X50 Ultra as compared to previous models. You've got some sensors there, you've got some sensors here on the front. So it's really identifying the surfaces in which it's cleaning. You combine that with the 20,000 pascals of suction now, this is a beast when it comes to keeping your floors clean. Now, if we look here on the back, we've also got the contact points. That's where it charges. It also fills up the water inside water canister right here. And then the dust and debris is removed from that side suction port right here. Looking inside the vacuum cleaner itself, you're gonna see just one dirty canister. So you can open this up and clean this canister out as well. And there is a filter on here that you may want to replace or clean now and then. There's even instructions right here on the top on how to keep this canister clean. This is what gets auto emptied at the base station. And then as far as the water tank is concerned, there is no water tank that you need to manage on this. It's all handled automatically by the base station. There's also a tiny little button right here for resetting your Robovac back to factory settings and Wi-Fi connection, but all that was automatic when I set this up. One more thing I'll point out here is this is the sidearm swing right here. This is what swings out to clean in those hard to reach corners and get under areas. The brush here rotates around. Now, this is a little bit different than some other Robovacs. This does require a Phillips screwdriver to remove this when you need to replace this, but they have put some thought into this roller brush to get debris rotated around and into the vacuum rollers brushes here. Then looking at the base station here itself, this is where the mop pads are cleaned, and there is a little tiny filter basket thing in here that you may want to pull out now and then and keep this clean as well, because this catches some larger debris and stuff so it doesn't clog up any of the hoses. But this base station is really well engineered. This is several generations in now, and they've really made a lot of improvements to this base station over time, and I think they've really nailed it now with the X50 Ultra. I'm gonna put this back in here now, so get it turned on, and we're gonna get this thing cleaning, and I'm gonna show you how well it cleans. And I'm also gonna test the threshold lift mechanism to see if this thing can indeed lift itself up over obstacles. Now, one thing that I do wish that Dreame would do is put a flat plug on this. Yeah, the plug on the Dreame X50 Ultra, unfortunately, is this standard plug. And if you want to wrap the cords up behind the base station and plug it in, well, it's going to be sticking out from the wall for a little bit. So Dreame, if you're listening, yeah, I would make this into a flat plug, because I like placing my Robovacs where I've already got an outlet, because it is tall enough to hide the power outlet, and it's just a cleaner look. Maybe it's aesthetic, pickiness on my part, but it's something that I'd love to see. Something else that is in the X50 Ultra is the Duo Flex arm technology. This is for getting into tricky spots with the rotating mop pads. So one of the rotating mop pads will actually swing out to get into harder to reach areas. Something else that we first got to see at CES this year is the VersaLift navigation for low space cleaning. It actually drops the LiDAR sensor down into the Robovac itself, and that allows it to get under much lower clearances than it was able to get before. This is great for getting under couches or chairs or just other lower clearance items. It'll drop that LiDAR sensor down into the Robovac itself and then go under those low clearance items. And then when it comes back out, it raises it back up and you're back to regular LiDAR detection, which is the best for navigation around your home. Of course, this does connect up to the Dreame mobile app, and it is very seamless in terms of its connection and setup. It's very easy to go through the steps and instructions to get the Dreame X50 Ultra connected up to the Dreame app in my iPhone and walk through all of the settings that are inside there. To connect the X50 Ultra to the Dreame app, very simple. You're just going to come into the app itself, going to swipe over, click on add. It's going to ask you what you've got. I'm going to click on the X50 Ultra. You're going to enter in your Wi-Fi information, click next, place the robot in the base station, power button to turn on, which is already turned on. Yes, the robot has turned on. And then we're going to press and hold the clean and the dock button at the same time for 3 seconds. Then yes, I have heard the voice prompts. Next, we're going to use the camera on the front of the robot to scan this QR code. There we go, we heard that. Next. And there we go. It's so easy. I love how easy it is to connect up the Dreame robot vacuum cleaners, and the X50 is no different. So we are in, and it's going to do some initial downloading of plugins. You can see my battery percentage there. Definitely going to get that charged up to 100% before I do the room mapping, but that is the next step, is room mapping. Now you got a couple different things it's going to walk you through here. It's going to talk about the AI driven mop extend. You're going to have your side reach, which is also AI driven, and the auto lift LDS, which is the LiDAR. So it's going to drop that LiDAR to go under low clearance objects. If you have any pets in your house, you do want to check this. I'm at my studio, so no pets here, but then smart voice assistant, yes, definitely want to turn that on and start experiencing. And then mapping is the first thing we're going to do. It's going to go through a couple other things, real-time camera, and oh, yep, definitely need to do the firmware update. These are some cleaning features that I highly recommend you turn on. So under your floor cleaning settings, the auto lift LDS. Under here, you can turn it off, but this is for the LiDAR lifting it and lowering it. And I would recommend that you keep the security coverage on. Now, they do have an extreme coverage, and they do warn you that you might get scratches to the top of your X50 Ultra Robovac. Up to you if you want to do that. It says that it is still in beta, but I'd recommend security coverage. And then down here under auto re-cleaning, you're gonna want to turn this on so that in Genius mode, it will automatically detect more debris and dirt that it didn't get up yet and continue to clean until it gets it up. So I would say work in both Clean Genius modes, both the deep cleaning and the Clean Genius mode. That's what I like to have mine on. And then another nice feature here is this dynamic obstacle area cleaning. It'll actually let you know what areas it wasn't able to clean because maybe you didn't pick up the obstacles that were in the way that should have been picked up. So that's a nice thing to be notified and let known, like, hey, why didn't it clean that area? First thing you're going to do is a full map of your area. So you're going to run that. It's going to map out your area. But I'm going to give you some tips and tricks here in terms of really maximizing the intelligence inside of the X50 Ultra. You're going to be tempted to use the Clean Genius right off the bat. That's their built-in AI navigation and cleaning detection. It actually detects debris and dirt around your house. But I'm going to recommend that you do a 2 or a 3 time cleaning of the entire area, both vacuuming and mopping first, before you really let the thing start cleaning and vacuuming intelligently. I find that if you send it out a few times and just have it do regular cleaning, it's going to learn your space a lot better. It's going to know what obstacles it needs to avoid. It's going to map out rug areas versus hard floor areas and ledges or thresholds that it might need to navigate over the top of. And that way, when it is doing the Clean Genius mode, you're going to get a lot more intelligence because you've given it data to actually be a smart robot vacuum cleaner. Now, in the description of this video, I've got links so so you can actually pre-order this right now. And what I mean by pre-order is you're actually getting a pre-order of a coupon code that's gonna save you a lot of money when this thing actually releases to the public. So be sure to click that link in the description of this video. Get your coupon code reservation now. They're gonna be releasing those coupon codes later next month, and they will be good through the beginning of March. So make sure you get yours purchased so you get the absolute lowest price. You guys are getting rewarded by being one of the first to purchase the brand new Dreame X50 Ultra. So click on the links in the description of this video, and I appreciate you guys watching my videos and subscribing.